Hello, and welcome to Yardmaster's Wealth Education Center, teaching the world to build wealth without sacrificing integrity. My name is Bill Stanley, also known as Yardmaster, and today's topic is single purpose theory. Single purpose theory is a very simple idea. Any system, any policy or procedure, anything that your business institutes, a business being nothing really more than a system of systems putting customers and workers together, any system you implement, any policy you apply to your workers or your business, implement them for one purpose, one single purpose. For one thing, it lets you always know exactly why you're doing this. Why do we have this policy in place? I have a belt on. What's my number one single purpose reason for wearing a belt? To keep my pants up. I think we'd all agree that's a good single purpose. Now, in your business, there are many things that you'll implement that have a really good and valid single purpose, but they have other purposes, other valuable aspects that they bring to the table. Any one of which could be a valid single purpose. No worry. In your mind, just remember, the reason you instituted it in the first place, if that single purpose is valid, then you keep the thing in place. If that single purpose is no longer valid, then you can look at all the other things that may very well serve as a single purpose. But it's still better to just pick one of those and say, this is the new single purpose. Because that way, whenever I think of this, why do you have this in place? Oh, because of that. What about this? Doesn't matter. If the reason I have something still exists, then I still have it. If the reason exists, I don't even think about getting rid of it. It's no need. It will not enter my mind. People say, well, you should get rid of this because you've lost value here. I wasn't depending on it. And that is the key. The single purpose theory, the value of it, is not so much in the simplicity that it brings to your business, which is a value. And it's not even the margins that it creates, margin theory, buffer zones. The value is knowing that you do not have to depend on the increased value. If I have something that I do to bring in a certain amount of revenue to the company, and another aspect of it doubles that revenue, the revenue I was depending on that I implemented it for is revenue I depend on. The other stuff is extra and it gets funneled out to the people in the company somehow. Benefit with a new truck, new tools, new equipment, whatever. It doesn't matter. The purpose of something is the only reason to keep it in place. If it was good enough to put the system in place, it's good enough to keep it in place. And then you don't have to analyze 15 different things that have lost value and see if it still works. Resist the temptation to exercise what is called corporate greed, what is properly labeled greed, human greed. There's no such thing as corporate greed. There's no such thing. It's a myth. But single purpose theory allows you to not give in to greed. It allows you to function in a way that if this was put in here to bring the company $100 a month and it starts bringing $500, that extra $400 doesn't matter to me. Losing it, therefore, doesn't affect me. People say, but you've lost $400 in value, and I look and I say the single purpose was to produce $100, right? Yeah. Still producing $100, right? Yeah. It stays. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you believe it was time well spent, click like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Start a discussion. Because if we all do our part to teach the world to build wealth without sacrificing integrity, we will make the world a better place. Again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.